Virtual Eats Guru, or barbecue and grilling's made tasty. So today we're going to do some smoked deviled eggs, and I'll tell you what, this is one of my family's favorite, and anybody that has them really loves these things. So this is super easy, pretty quick for the most part, and something that has become a go-to for us as far as bringing to parties or we have folks over for an appetizer or hors d'oeuvre. So we've already boiled these eggs. We had a dozen, but we had a few of them just regular, so we're down to 8. And you can do however many you want. It's really not that big of a deal. And so all we're going to do is put these on the smoker for an hour. And the shells are already off of them. I know some people do it with shells or whatnot, but it's really easy to do them for an hour with the shells off. Take them off, cut them up, take the yolks out, put a little bit of mayonnaise and some mustard in there. I'll probably make some bacon today on the Traeger as well, and we'll garnish with a little bit of bacon and some paprika, and you'll have an outstanding little hors d'oeuvre or snack or whatever you want with these. So, and again, if you like this type of content, like what we're doing here, please subscribe down in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and we'll keep the stuff coming. So let's get to smoking. Okay, so we got some good smoke going here. Got the Traeger set at 180. It's holding temp. And so I've got some little wire baskets in here that we're going to use to put the eggs on. And I'm going to use some cooking spray to kind of coat it. If they're still in the shell, they don't stick as much. But sometimes when they're not in the shell, they can stick, and then you can pull your egg apart when you're going to take it off. So not like you have to do it, but I always use the cooking spray. And the grates aren't required, but I like to use them. So they're just these little wire guys here that kind of make it to where the eggs aren't stuck down the grates or anything like that. So just a little bit easier, but not required, but something to think about. And they work with a lot of other things too, that whether it's vegetables or whatever you might want. Okay, so we're gonna give these guys an hour to smoke, and then we'll take them off, and then we'll prep them and turn them into deviled eggs. All right, so we got an hour of smoke on our hard-boiled eggs, so let's see what we got, but this should be ready to go. Perfect, just right. Nice brown, not too much, just about right to be nice and smoky and tasty. And with these, I can just take these off, the grates off. I'm gonna lose my eggs. All right, my eggs are ready to go, and now I'm gonna throw some bacon on. It's set at 180 right now, but I'll put it on and then I'll turn it up to high, and then I'll come check it at probably about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we should have some extra bacon to go with our eggs, and then we'll garnish our eggs once we do the deviled part of it with it, and they'll be pretty good. All right, so this is some nice thick cut bacon, so it should be we'll end up getting it kind of crispy, chewy, just right, and get some nice wood-fired smoke flavor on it as we go, and should be good to go. Okay, now that we got our hard-boiled eggs smoked, we're just going to cut them in half, and then we're going to pop out the insides and mash them up with a fork. And then we'll take some mayonnaise and mustard is all you need. And you don't need a lot. That's easy to overdo, and then it kind of gets away from the flavor. So that's probably 2.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then we'll just put a little bit of mustard. Our family is not the biggest fan of the mustard, so we just do a little bit. Those are just taste and preference things, but you can always add into it. You can never take it back out. So I'll get to cutting these up, and then we'll mash it up. And I've got the bacon on the Traeger going right now, and so we'll let that get cooked up, and then we'll start putting these together. So something I didn't mention earlier was you want these hard-boiled eggs to be really well hard-boiled. You don't want to have them soft, gooey insides, because you really want these to be able to come out, mash them up. We're going to get them moist again with using the mayonnaise and the mustard and that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that you hard-boil them pretty good. Okay, so now we can get to mashing them up, and you can see I kind of pushed in from the back sides of these a little bit without breaking the egg to kind of pop them out, made it go pretty easy. But we'll get to the next stage here real quick. Okay, so we pulled the bacon off after 18 minutes, and it's perfect, nice and crispy, and a little bit of chewy, and we'll use the crispier parts for what we're going to do on the deviled eggs here. And then we're just going to mash this stuff up, and then add in the mayo, some mustard, a little bit of salt, and then we'll garnish these with the paprika, and then we'll put the bacon on, and we'll be golden. Okay, so we've got that kind of chopped up like that. We'll throw in the mayonnaise, and then put that in with a little bit of mustard. I'll probably add the mustard in after just to see how much I need, just from a consistency perspective. That's about a teaspoon of mustard, give or take. Don't need much more than that. And then just keep working it in. I'm going to use a little bit of salt, and this is just sea salt, so it's pretty mild salt, not too salty. And I don't need much, I don't need to over salt it. Okay, now we got our filling made, and now we're going to fill the eggs, and you should just barely have enough mixture left with the way that we're doing this, so it really gives that nice egg flavor. So just use a little teaspoon and just kind of get what you want, and then put in each one of the eggs. Okay, now I got a little bit left over, so what I'll do is I'll just go back and kind of fill and even them all out, and then we'll put some bacon on them, and then we'll garnish them. Okay, so at this point, I'm actually going to put some paprika on them first, and then we'll put on the pieces of bacon, just the slivers. Okay, don't need to overdo it with the paprika, and this is actually smoked paprika, and it goes, obviously, since we've been smoking the stuff, it really goes well with this. So the bacon, I look for the crispiest pieces I can find, because they kind of stick out better, and you don't want to have kind of like a gummy piece in any of it, and you're just going to put a piece or two of bacon just kind of sticking up in it. Just adds that little extra flavor. Okay, so I get my taste tester, and then we'll see how we did. That's got a big piece of it.
This one?
Not yet. Alright, so we're ready for the official taste test. So these guys are always the ones that are the most critical because they can be. So we'll give it a shot and see what we got. See how they worked out.
Yep.
Alright. Those are excellent. The smoke is just right, it's not overpowering. The filling is really good. Got a lot of really good egg flavor still. Mayonnaise comes through, salt, bacon. So these go great for snacks or whatever you want. And goes good with the bacon, anything does, right? So if you like this type of content, What do you do?
Subscribe.
Thank you. Those are good.
Especially for dogs so far.
Yeah.
Because